On my plane down, I was reading a paper where some guy got shot and they wounded him straight away, and if they approached him, he would have survived. We had for 4 hours, 3-4 hours, where people got shot in their head, shot in their shoulders, their chests, their legs, and they weren't caring about them. They were bleeding, and to see that with my own eyes, it was just absolutely. They took us upstairs. Before they even took us upstairs, they grabbed us, took our phones off us, threw them in the sea. When I came outside, the guys had gloves on with proper metal paddings, punching me, elbowing me in the face, kicking me. He grabbed me, took everything off me except my underwear and completely searched me. Everything we had, he was throwing it in the sea. He didn't care what it was. Cameras, everything, he was throwing in the sea. They tied our hands behind our back. I didn't have much of a bruise, but some people had, because the blood was getting trapped, some of the nerves they took us upstairs, made us sit on our knees for 10 hours and just with our heads down. I was thirsty, I was needing a drink, I would ask him for water, he'd come behind me and smack me with his gun. If I even opened my mouth, my friend was standing beside me, he was bleeding. I just wanted to see if he was okay. I was looking at him, and just because I turned my head, I would get a slap, I'd get up. Just hit from behind. We sat like that, tortured. I was needing a toilet. They wouldn't even let us go to the toilet. We were needing water, our wounds were needing attended to. They did not care at all. They dragged us downstairs, and then they took us to Ashdod where they had the interrogation for us, and it was treating us like as if we committed a crime. Is it a crime to go help orphans? Is it a crime to go help children that are in need? If that's a crime, I don't know. I don't know. They just grabbed us, and it was from one to the other. They made us give our fingerprints. They were sitting there interrogating us. They seen blood on my shoes because I was helping the wounded, and I got a beating for that. Just because I told the officer, I was like, I did not resist. I was not part of anything, and it wasn't even resisting. It was self-defense. I didn't even self-defense myself because I seen people get shot. I never got shot. And because I had blood on my shoes, they humiliated me. They would drag me. I would be walking the direction they want me to walk, but just to show me that they're in power, they'd grab me and they'll push me and shove me. We spent a good few hours there, 3-4 hours, no food. They offered me a sandwich, a bacon sandwich. Now, I'm a Muslim and I don't eat bacon. They offered me a bacon sandwich and they were laughing, speaking in their language, and they were laughing. The female soldiers, they're giggling away and everything. I felt humiliated. They're offering me food they know that I can't eat. And then they were interrogating me one after the other. They took me in a tent and they hit me. They hit my back. They were just, even though they searched me seven times already, they still searched me more. They put us, as Teresa said, in a cell inside the cell, in the buses, and we were kept there. There was insects, big insects. Now, I was sitting there, all I was worried about was people that were injured. We took to Ashdod. Ashdod, they treated us with complete humiliation. They offered us bread which was frozen. Now, we've not eaten in days, and when someone offers you food, you're going to try and eat it. It was absolutely frozen bread. And then after that, after Ashdod, it was a nightmare. I'd hate to go there ever again. It was something that I would hate for any of you here to experience in your lives. Because if you were to experience it, I don't know, I've experienced that and I don't know how I've managed. It's something that was very difficult for me. And I still, till today, I was on the flight, closed my eyes, and I would wake all of a sudden with a little bit of turbulence, just thinking there's a soldier outside, soldier with a gun, pointing the gun at you. Now, if I even opened my mouth, they were going to shoot me. Other people were beside me, I can see them. 10 soldiers kicking the lights out of this guy. For what? For nothing. One guy had a chain of Palestine on his neck. 3 soldiers around him. They were like, take it off. He goes, I'm not taking it off. I've seen them slap him 70 times. From slaps to punches to kicking him, and he refused to take it off. And then they let him go. And I was speaking to him after, and he goes, for me, that's a little victory for me. He goes, that's a little victory for me. Because they didn't want to take it off for him, but they wanted him to take it off to say that this is not your land. Now, Palestine's our right. I was born in Palestine. I got kicked out when I was 2 years old. And they're saying it's their land. Palestine is my land, and I want to go back to it.